No concept of self, no problem. That's the name of the book. And he goes on to talk about real life, well, and what we think of real life things, like the difference between how the left brain operates and how the right brain operates, and how it's the left brain, the analytical part of our brain, that causes our suffering and gets us into all of our, because of our thoughts.
Yes, so the brain, I mean, you could say the brain has two kinds, or mind basically. Mind has two kinds. There's one, I don't know if I've ever explained that to you. One is an intuitive mind, and one is the analytical mind, as they said. Intuitive is the one, and analytical or logical mind is the second type. So logical mind is the one on the left side, which analyzes every little thought or every little thing that comes across. And intuitive or the artistic mind is the one that creates everything. Right side. So it doesn't matter right or left. That's just the way to explain it. But the mind, you can use it in two manners. That's how the mind works, basically. That's what it's trying to tell you. So the mind works either in a logical manner. It's going to analyze everything in an analytical form to come up to its own conclusion. And artistic mind or intuitive mind is something which can create anything imaginative, anything artistic, anything that you are trying to create can be done through that. So that is the two qualities of the mind. Yes?
And the left brain that causes all the suffering.
Yes, so naturally the analytical mind, intuitive is only for creating, whereas analytical mind is checking it out, and then it is also obliterating, cutting out all the changing things. Yes.
So she's saying the left side of the brain, what they're saying in this book, that the analytical side or the left side of the brain is what creates suffering?
Yes.
The left side of the brain is your thoughts that are rattling on all day long, every minute, that's judging everything, that's comparing everything, that I don't like this, I do
analyzing
like that.
everything.
Okay.
I feel guilty, I feel shitty, that's the left side of your brain, dissecting everything.
Okay.
So,
yes. So that brings suffering. That's what she's saying. So when you are going to judge and then...
Like Madhu said, the right side is more intuitive, more creative.
More intuitive. And that is the two sides, or two minds, you could say, functions. It's not like left and right, it's just the way they're describing it. But the mind is mind, and the mind is not just in the brain, it's everywhere.
No.
But that's how the mind works, in two ways. Okay, so...
The book, is all our concept of self. So this thing, our identity, how our sense of identity gets us into terrible trouble and terrible difficulty, and how it ruins the entire world, actually.
Yes, exactly.
Everything that is going on in the world now, including all of the wars, all of the bigotry, all of the hatred, all of the everything, is based on people's identity. Because they say, I am this thing, I am this religion, I am this country, I am this whatever, and you're not, therefore I hate you, therefore I'll kill you, etc. So I'm, of course, being simplifying,
but
this is...
But it's interesting, it's
However, I want to read a little short thing about identity. It's from the same author, and this is something for everybody to think about a little bit. It says, identity is merely a pattern of events in time and space. Change the pattern, and you change the person.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a sense of I am, who I am, which is totally made up. We make it up. We make up our concept of who we are. I am this. Somebody asks,
isn't it?
You are not. There's no self.
Isn't it how we grew up, or how the values?
Exactly.
Yes,
it was instilled in you, or you were raised
Yes.
a certain way.
Yes, but it's not real.
But it's
Yes, but what is the real?
It's not real.
So this is the same thing that he's talking about, that we always talk about in the class, and that is that we are not the
We're not the
body and the
mind.
mind. We are the spiritual beings or the energy beings or consciousness, soul, atma, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter the name. Again, the main thing is to understand that we are, and identity is of body and the mind. The self has no identity. Why? Because self is energy, and it is same and is prevalent in the entire universe. It is only one energy, and I have told you so many times also, previously also, that it's not like your energy is separate from his energy or her energy. Energy is only one. It's the mind that is different from each other's. And the mind is using that energy to create or to judge or to do.
It's a dangerous thing sometimes. The mind can be dangerous sometimes.
Mind is the one that is creating problems, as well as from the right side, as they are saying in the book, according to the book, from the right side you're creating something artistic or something interesting, but from the left side you are creating suffering for yourself by being judgmental, by being creating differences, and so all these things. So it is basically the mind that is creating everything, using that energy, using that one energy in the universe. And if you use that one energy, and if you look at yourself as just that energy being, then is there any difference between any of us? No. There is no difference at all, because we are that energy. We are that energy being. It is the mind that is different, and how it's creating different differences between each us. How we are different from each other because of the mental mind. So you want to read further? So that so basically, So basically, what we have created as our perception in the mind can be changed. So that was the next sentence. It said that if you change that perception, if you think I am ugly, now you change it to I am beautiful, then you are beautiful. The suffering is gone. Okay? The word ugliness and thinking of yourself as ugly was giving you suffering. It was creating suffering within you. Whereas just the thinking, changing the thought that I am beautiful in every way, now is giving you peace and happiness. So just by changing this, is just a shift in the thinking pattern. That's all it is. It's not changing anything else. All you have to do is shift your thinking. The way you're thinking is going towards negativity. If you shift your thinking towards positivity, you will see the difference. It's not just from the time of being born, it is also from the past life. So all the information that is accumulated in your mind creates your identity, because that is also, again, nothing but information.
And that's
so
why you kill, and that's why people kill people. That is why.
Yes. When we say they are brainwashed, what does that mean? What do you mean by brainwashed? That they have a wrong perception. They are not thinking in the right manner. That is what it means. So if they are thinking in a wrong manner and thinking that person is my enemy and you are allowed to kill your enemies, so that's what they are doing. So it is not that they want to kill you just for the killing's sake. They want to do it because they think that is the right thing to do. Whatever we do, whether it's right or wrong, we always think that is the right way to go. That is why we are taking that step. And at that point of view, time when we are ready to do something wrong, if we check ourselves and understand that maybe I'm doing something wrong, you will see that they might stop. But they always think, we always think, not they, but we always think whatever I'm doing is the right step that I'm going in the right direction, even if it's a wrong direction. But they are thinking is the right direction. That's why we are moving towards that direction. Okay? So identity is basically created by the mind. Okay? And it is all on the basis of the information that is stored in your mind, and also you have picked up in this lifetime, in the past lifetimes also. Like you like vanilla ice cream. When did you find out? Maybe from the past lives. Or you are scared of dogs. When did you find out? Because of the past impressions in your memory. So it is coming out through, or fears or phobias. All these are from the past lives that you have carried on to this life. So all this information that you have gathered creates the identity. So identity is nothing but just information, and we believe in it and we think that's who we are. And that is why we are identifying with that information and thinking that's who we are. That is why we are all getting in trouble. If we understand that we are the spiritual beings, we are the energy beings, and this is all information, this is not exactly who we are. And if we know about our true self, and what is the true self? What is our true nature? Energy, yes. And the nature, what is our nature of as a soul?
Spirit.
Yes, the truth is that we are the energy beings or the spiritual beings, full of knowledge and bliss. That's our nature. That is why we are always seeking happiness, bliss, and we also have knowledge. We can gain as much of knowledge as we want, connecting to the universe. And knowledge is not only in the intellect body, but also can be tapped into from the universe. Like all the things that are discovered by different scientists, how do they do that? They tap into the universal knowledge. They start thinking, seeking information in that one direction. And when you're seeking information in one direction, that is what you will get. You will get the information, answers to the questions that you're seeking. Okay, by the universe. Yes. And that is how all the discoveries are made by the different scientists. Yes.
Even the most brilliant physicists now are starting to talk about quantum physics and the quantum field. The quantum field is equated to the ether or to Akash or Akasha. It is the void. It is in our brain very mysterious and all. But even physicists who pride themselves on their
it is just space. It is not something limited. It's not the sky that you see. It is just space.
The scientists are starting to realize the spiritual dimensions of science.
Yes. Now they are actually not starting spiritual dimensions. They are now trying. Now, what do the scientists do? How do they find out different discoveries?
Research.
Yes. So what do they do? First they will say, okay, let me research. So first they will find a topic that they want to research on. Mm-hmm. Then they will do a lot of experiments on that topic, whatever they. And then they will come to the conclusion. So basically they are first thinking about some topic that they want to, like space. Mm-hmm. So they want to research on space, okay? And then they will be doing a lot of research, lot of experiments. Not research on not only what is written before by the other scientists, but also going ahead, further, maybe getting a telescope and trying to research through that way, or whichever way they want to do it. So they do a lot of experiments, research, and then they come to the conclusion. And that's how we come to a new law, or new law created by this scientist, a new law created by Newton, or so different scientists, that is how they have found out. So when and that is, what is that? That is just seeking. That is just seeking the answers from the universe about something which is unknown. Okay? So when you start seeking answers about something which is unknown, that is how you get the answers. And where are you getting the answers from? Universe. So you are tapping into the universal knowledge that way, and you are able to find the answers, and that is how you are increasing your knowledge one by one step at a time. But spiritually, if you go within yourself through meditation, or when you realize yourself and you come to know that you yourself are a spiritual being, and or you could say you are a God yourself, then once you come to know that, then every information is available to you. You don't have to do all the steps of, hypothesis and experiment and then conclusion. You don't have to go through these steps. You just know everything. Everything is at your fingertips. Thank you. I was doing that right. Yes, everything is at your fingertips. So the moment you think about it, then all information comes. Okay? So that is how it is once you get self-realized. And you can get the knowledge of not only the past and the future, the present and the future. Anything and everything is accessible by you. So all this spiritual information that you're saying has been explored by different saints, different rishis. In India, there are a lot of saints and sages who's gone through the self-realization experience and had all the knowledge. And some of the information are in the books now because they have been passing down from by word of mouth, teaching their disciples and teaching their disciples like that. So it has come down, and this is not like 2,000 or 5,000 years. This is millions of years old knowledge, and it has just come down, and that's how the Vedas and Vedantas are the books that we read, which has all this knowledge in there. But it is difficult to decipher it unless and until you yourself are on this path of seeking. That's when you start seeking, you will find the answers through those books also. And then if you don't have you never want to read anything, that's fine to you. Once you continue on this journey of meditation and seeking yourself, going within yourself, trying to explore who really you are, you will find the answers within yourself. All the information will come to you within yourself. You can write your own book. Okay? So that's how it is.
I have one more thing to read, but I want to say
Read.
one of the functions of meditation is to get your left brain to shut up for a while. So
It does shut up, because what is it? When we say quieten the mind, so it's not left brain or right brain, as I told you. It is the whole mind, or the whole brain is just it's a physical aspect of the mind. When we say where is the mind, a lot of people say, oh, this is brain. This is where it is. Brain is the physical organ.
Brain is body.
Yes, it is a part of the body. It is a physical organ. But mind is the one which is astral.
What is it?
Astral. It's an astral body which cannot be seen. But it is astral body which cannot be seen, mental body or astral body which cannot be seen, but it is there. And how do you know it's there? Because you're using it. Everybody has a mind? Yeah. Yeah. So everything in this world, why you have this kind of a body, why you have this kind of a life that you have been leading and you are still leading, is all because of your own mind's creation. Okay? Nobody else can decide it for you. Nobody else can create your body, because you are the masters. Your mind has created this body for you, and you're using this universal energy to survive and to have experiences that you want.